Do you remember when you just were starting out with something? Maybe it was a new position. Maybe you started your business and the confidence that you had, and how freeing that felt. Well, over time, sometimes we can lose that confidence. And when we're able to gain it back, it's amazing the things that we can accomplish. We're going to talk about I'm free again, regaining confidence and more on episode 865 of today's Antidote.
Stay tuned for today's Antidote, brought to you by the Renegade Success Network. Today's Antidote features a healthy dose of thought-provoking insights and information for business owners, entrepreneurs, leaders, and nonprofit professionals. Each day since March of 2020, this program has offered that one thing to help you continue on your own unique pathway to success. And now, Renegades, we bring you Bob Graham and Tom Brush.
Hey, Tom.
Outside again.
Outside again, yes. Outside Johns Hopkins Hospital, which I'm outside the outpatient center, and there are scores of people streaming by in medical garb. You don't realize how many people work at a hospital until you're at a hospital at about 10 till 7 in the morning, and it's a steady wave.
That's 7 to 11, 11 to 7 shifts.
I think the 11 to 7 crowd is about to leave because we're right at 7, and I'm starting to see them queue up at the doors. But it's been a parade of people, and they're all looking at me like I have something wrong with me, which I'm at a hospital, so that's not a bad assessment.
Yeah, I would say that's fairly fair.
Yeah. So, how are you?
I'm doing well. And the fact that we started on time might lead people to think that this was recorded, and it is not. This is live.
It is live. Right now it's Tuesday at 7:00 something, right?
7:04
a.m. It's 69 degrees in Baltimore.
Lovely.
There you go.
All right. So good morning and welcome everyone to today's Antidote, our daily broadcast and podcast. Each weekday, Bob and I have a conversation around a topic. This week's topic is I'm free. Because last week we talked about I'm stuck. And so we want to have the conversation about what can happen once we are free and able to take that next step, whatever it might be. So today we're going to dive into the topic of regaining confidence and all that that can provide. And as we go through the conversation, if you have thoughts or ideas that you would like to share, please feel free to share them in the comments. There's a lot of value to our show. And at the conclusion of our conversation, Bob and I will each offer our one thing, our today's antidote. That thing that we think will help you figure out how to stop being stuck and to find yourself being more free so that you can achieve the goals and desires that you have. And of course, if you have a one thing, your antidote that you'd like to share, please also put that in the chat. Because we know that when you share it, someone else might actually hear it, even though they've been told it often. So please share your value. Before we dive into the conversation, though, each morning Bob and I do our celebrations. So Bob, what are you celebrating today?
I'm going to celebrate the fact that there are thousands of people that work at hospitals that make it possible for people like me that need care from time to time, that they give of themselves so that people like me can be healthy. And I'm lucky enough to be able to come to one of the best hospitals in the country for some care. And this has been going on for, 26, 27 years. And it's not lost on me that a lot of the reason why I'm alive is because of some of the people I see walking by right now.
Nice.
How about you?
I'm going to celebrate good internet. I'm actually traveling at a lacrosse event, and my internet is strong enough at this hotel, and hopefully the walls are thick enough that people aren't being disturbed by our show at 7 this morning. So I'm going to celebrate the ability to do this.
Computer?
I'm sorry?
Are you using your normal computer?
No, I'm on my laptop.
Oh, because I was going to say, if you were using your normal computer and the internet was strong, we would know that the problem is your computer, not the internet. Because we've been having problems with the production from time to time.
Well, wouldn't that mean that maybe the problem is with my internet at home?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, that's what I mean. Yes, I'm sorry. I got it backwards. Sorry.
Yeah, I wasn't super confident with where you were going with there. So nice that I can now regain that confidence.
I got a little free on that one, and now I'm stuck.
Yeah, yes. Trying to remember what was it I said and why did I say it? Anyhow. All right, so we dive into the conversation. You
I
want to
think
kick us
we
off?
should. Yeah. So we're talking about the whole idea of being free and regaining confidence, and I struggle with this one. I'm having a hard time with this whole I'm free thing, and uh,
Hmm.
I don't know how free I feel from time to time. The more you say in the introduction that I'm free, the less I feel free. I feel constrained in a lot of ways. Um, there are times that I regain my confidence, but usually when I regain my confidence, it's because of structure, which doesn't make me feel free. So, yes, I have choices, but to be effective in what I'm trying to do, I need to have a structure. I need to have processes and systems. And in a lot of regards, for me, that's when I don't feel free, when I have a lot of processes. So today I'm at the hospital this morning, which throws me off my normal routine for the day. And so I feel while I'm free, I'm at the hospital and I can have a nice breakfast between my two appointments. I also feel the pressure of not doing the things I normally do on a Tuesday morning. I had to adjust some appointments. I had to change some things I normally do to build my business. And so that feels not freeing. That feels very tightening, would be the word I'd use. Does that make sense at all to you?
Well, it does. I mean, I think it's interesting as you share that. I'm trying to comprehend what you're saying.
Okay. And
Mm.
I don't know that I'm explaining it well.
Well, no, I think that there's the um, almost sort of doesn't seem to make sense that having regaining confidence or having some control means you're free. I think we think free is we can do whatever we want to do. And I think that's one thought, one definition of what free is. The other, I think, way to look at free is I'm able to move and move in a direction and not just stuck in the place that I'm in. Because I
Okay.
think that so often we get stuck and we're unsure what to do. Yes, we're still free. We can do whatever we want to do, and yet we're stuck. That freedom creates some feeling of being stuck when you consider it in the one way. And then when you are able to be unstuck, and sometimes avoiding getting stuck creates a process. If you were walking in the jungle where there could be quicksand, where you might get stuck, I would hope that you would have a process to be aware of where you're stepping and what you might be stepping on, rather than just looking at the sky, because I'm free, I can do whatever I want. So I'm just looking all over the place, not at the place where there might be an issue, which could be at my feet. And that can help me lead me to getting stuck because I haven't considered and made a conscious choice of this is what I'm going to do because of what's around me or because of what I feel is necessary at the moment. That makes sense?
It does. Can you apply to a business or leadership situation?
Well, sure. I mean, if you're not thinking about your day, like today,
Mm-hmm.
or like we talked about previously, holidays that come up during the week, you can end
Got
up
one
getting
coming next week.
correct. And have you blocked it off? Or is the potential that someone is going to schedule a meeting on it because it's just a Tuesday in July? Like, oh, Tuesday in July. My calendar's wide open. Why is that? Or for you today, you didn't look at your calendar and somebody said, oh, it's a Tuesday. It's the last Tuesday of June. Can we schedule an appointment or can you come do a presentation for us? And you're like, sure. I don't have anything scheduled. And you forgot that you had a doctor's appointment.
Right.
And so now you're stuck in what do you do? And you don't know what to do. Do I cancel my appointment? Do I have to cancel this project? Well, if I cancel my appointment, it might not be good for my health. If I cancel the opportunity to do this project, it might cause me to lose business. And now you can be stuck. And so I think that those are the processes allow us to avoid that ambivalence that can lead us to getting stuck.
Okay. Well,
Does that
I will
help?
tell you, I got crazy for next week, Tom. Not only did I block out Tuesday, I blocked out Monday the 3rd. I got
Look at you.
wild.
I think the 4th of July is one of those holidays that's a little more, because it's in July, and I think people are already thinking around vacations. I think it's those Veterans Day, some of those other days that are, while they are prominent and important, we aren't as, the middle of November, people are like, I'm just in work mode. I'm not in that, hey, it's sunny out, it's the holiday,
I was going to say, yeah, and it helps that it's a Tuesday next week, so the logical thing for a lot of people is to take that Monday as well.
Sure.
So you get to have a 4-day weekend for the cost of one day off. I'm sure it'll make for a long week afterwards, but I guess in a way, that's freedom, right?
Sure.
But the other side of it is, I know that Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday next week are going to be really busy.
If you choose to have it that way, you could also just take off the whole week. And the beauty of having the freedom to do what you choose to do doesn't mean that it's free of consequences.
Right. And I guess that's the part that because of the consequences of the actions I take, it doesn't feel freeing at all.
And yet, at the beginning, you have the choice to choose. You're thinking, and I think just like many others, we're so worried about the results, much of which we can't control, that we forget about the value of having the opportunity to choose and having the confidence to make those choices, not being as focused on the results, being focused on the freedom to choose to take an action rather than stay stuck.
All right. You ready with your one thing?
Not yet. Are you?
I think I am. And I think it's the confidence comes from knowing, I think for me, that I've done these things before. So for instance, this morning when I was trying to figure out my day, I went back to the last time I was in this situation where I had appointments here in the morning. And I literally went back and looked at my calendar to see how I handled it. Because I knew that there was a process that I'd done from experience. I think sometimes we forget that we've been through these things before and we have an opportunity to do them again and to learn from the last time. So one of the things I did last time was I scheduled a call on my way back home. And I wasn't that day in a mindset to deal with that quite yet. So I ended up rescheduling it. So this morning I built out more time so that I'm going to drive home and not worry about any work stuff. And then I also scheduled something for tonight as makeup for not being at work this morning. So I because I like to, I'm a clock counter and I'm one of those people that likes to do my work, and it was available. So you can see it's a work in progress, right? And that doesn't sound very free to me, except that I had the freedom to schedule a doctor's appointment on a Tuesday morning. And because I own my own business, the only consequence of that is really that I had to be here super early so that we could do this program. And I've probably had, 5,000 people looking at me very closely, trying to wonder what the hell I'm doing. But otherwise, I'm free.
Well, I think, again, there's the freedom of feeling like you can do anything and everything. And yes, you can. Just like in our country, you're free. You can say what you want to say. Doesn't mean there won't be consequences potentially to what you say. Same thing here. I think freedom in the way we're talking about it is being able to move and not being stuck in, I don't know what to do. Like you could have gotten stuck with, well, I don't know, I should schedule a call.
Right.
Or man, I feel really stuck that I haven't, because of this appointment, I haven't put in my 8 hours. And so now I have to find something to do at night to ensure that I get my 8 hours in, because I'm stuck in the feeling of I have to work 8 hours or else it's not a productive day.
No comment. What's your one thing, Tom?
Might be a little bit about that in and of itself. Is I think that, again, it's the freedom. It's the freedom to take and the confidence, regaining the confidence to say, I have a process, I have a system, I'm going to take it and move forward. And I'm free from being stuck. Not that I'm free that, I can just do anything and everything, and I can. And yet I'm also considering this because I was stuck trying to figure something out or worrying about something. And now I'm no longer stuck because I've created a way to get unstuck.
Okay.
And I think that's the confidence, is that I have created this way, a process, a system, or whatever, so that when I could get stuck, I don't stay there very long. I go back to my process and my system, and I figure out how to move forward. Kind of like what you did today. You were like, oh man, and I'm sure I can just see it running through your head. Got to go to the doctors, and I got to get up early. So there's about 4 hours lost today. What am I going to do to make up for that? And you could have been stuck, and I'm not sure what to do, especially if you couldn't find an activity at night. You might have been like, I just got to cram everything in as much as I can. I just don't know what to do. So I think that the ability to say, well, one thing I could do is look at when I did this before, because I've had these appointments before. And how did I manage that? And what were the results of that I could look forward to? Kind of like for next week. If people are all worried because, well, geez, the 4th of July holiday is in the middle of the week, and I'm going to take Monday off, which might mean Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are going to be brutal. You could go back and look at what was the last time that the 4th of July was on a Tuesday or another holiday, and you decided to take the Monday off. How did you manage the rest of the week so it didn't feel like it was just overwhelming? And I think that's the confidence we have is yes, I can draw on my knowledge, experience, and perspective to figure out how to keep making decisions so that I am free and not stuck.
Okay, nice.
Make any sense? You're not buying it.
Well, I'm struggling a bit. And maybe tomorrow we can dig a little more deeper into that struggle. Let me think about it today, and I just don't feel free at all. So
maybe you're still stuck.
Maybe I am stuck. And now, can you hear the siren?
Yes.
I wondered how long it'd be until that happened at a hospital.
Fair enough.
That's a fire truck. So.
That's not good at the hospital.
Well, why don't we come back at this tomorrow?
All the rest of the week to have this conversation around being free. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for being with us today. If you have thoughts or ideas you'd like to share around this concept of being free, we're coming right at that. Please feel free to share them in the comments. Yeah. You're going to be even more stuck if they are actually headed to the hospital and your appointment is delayed.
Oh, don't even. It's not what I want.
All right, everyone.
Okay.
If you are listening to the podcast, you also got to hear the fire sirens. Please feel free to share your thoughts. I know you can't do it while listening. You can join us in our Sculpt Your Business, from chaos and confusion to confidence and control, where you can share your thoughts and ideas and gain the value of others. Man, it's getting really close. You're nervous.
There's a lot going on.
Yes, indeed. So let's wrap this up. So thanks so much for being with us. We look forward to seeing you inside that group. If not, we'll see you tomorrow morning, 7 a.m.-ish Eastern time for our next episode of Today's Antidote.
Hey, whatever you do, people, embrace the renegading you. Even if the sirens are going by, embrace the renegading you. It's worth it.
Good. I was worried that it wasn't worth it today. All right, everyone, go out and enjoy your day. We'll see you soon.
Hey, sirens can mean only one thing. You need to get into the Sculpt Your Business program, from chaos and confusion to confidence and control. That's right. You could have confidence and control over your day. All you have to do is contact Tom or Bob or go to renegadesuccessnetwork.com to see all the details and get started on changing how you approach your day, your life, and your business or your leadership. It's that easy. Don't delay. Do it today.